Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel where we focus on using ordinary materials to make beautiful things. I am back today to take another look at that Masterboard. It has dried now, although I see a little piece that's kind of sticking up. It is basically dried. Fix this little piece. You know, there's always a piece. It's like I think it's all done and then I find some piece somewhere. So I thought we would come back, maybe cut it into some tags and then decorate at least a few of the tags. I have already made and cut up a different Masterboard. This is the one we made on camera. I had made another one that I used the rest of the ephemera that I had copied. I'm not even sure what order these go in now. And those larger leaves I showed you. So this one was much fuller. And so I went ahead and glued all of that down and cut this one up. So these tags are roughly 6 inches by 4 inches. And I really like this size. So I thought this is probably going to be close to the same size, but I'm going to measure just in case. The other thing I have done is I backed it with some wallpaper. I had that music paper behind, which you can still see the music paper between all the pieces. And it was still a little flimsy. I thought the 2 layers of paper together would be heavy enough to be okay, but I just didn't feel like it was. It felt very flimsy when I was moving it around. So I backed it with just a piece of wallpaper sample, which didn't quite fit, so I seamed it together and just put some washi tape on that end. But let's take a look at how big our piece is. So remember, it was just a double page of sheet music. So I've got 18 inches by just a smidge over 12, not even 12 and a quarter, like 12 and an eighth maybe. So again, this would be, we can divide it into 6 inches this way, 4 inches this way, and come up with 4 by 6 tags, which is what these are. These are 4 by 6 pieces. And then I haven't cut them into tags or anything. I just cut them into the 4 by 6 size. So I think we'll start with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it to my cutter. I'm going to turn it face down and just cut 6 inches this way and 4 inches this way. So I will be right back when I have those done, and then we'll turn those into some tags and decorate them. Okay, I'm back and I have just cut them into 4 by 6 shapes. So I thought we would just take a look at them and decide which way to go up. I guess since I did them this way, they're all kind of sideways, but that's okay. I mean, I don't think it really matters if a pumpkin is partway sideways, although I guess I could use them for journaling cards. See, now that's kind of disappointing, isn't it? Although this is kind of nice this way. This one's a little off kilter. You know, and the paper was not perfectly square, so that one's kind of nice. And I'm thinking I should have considered that they all went this way and cut, you know, the wider, cut it taller instead of wider. On the other hand, maybe it doesn't really matter. You know, maybe it doesn't really matter. Maybe I'm overthinking it, right? Have to go the right direction. They don't really have to go the right direction. Let's take a look and see. So would it be this way up or this way? I've got a little tag template that I cut from like an advertising card. So I have kind of a wider and then a narrower top. You know, so you can see that way. You can look at it and see this is just about the right width. So it would be there. You know, and or do we want to go this way? I don't know. I think maybe it's okay. Let's try one. Let's try one. We can always embellish it. Or should we do this, which is a little less steep? Let's start with a little less steep and we'll see. You can always cut it a little steeper, but you can't undo it once it's once it's cut, right? So I think that's pretty. The only issue is I put the pumpkins up and down, not really thinking about, you know, whether it was going to go this way or this way. But it doesn't really matter. That was the point, was we were just going to kind of take what we got. Let's see, top or bottom. Top, bottom. Maybe the top. This one's a little wonky too, because you know that paper was not straight on all edges, and then I didn't quite cut some of it straight. It wasn't quite even, and my cutter is getting dull, so I'm having trouble when I have to cut through multiple layers of things like this. Sometimes it gives me trouble, which makes it a little wonky, doesn't cut quite right. Those are nice. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. I don't know what I'm worried about. I like it this way. Right? It's just a tag. It's not the end of the world. So, and I guess on the other ones, the other Masterboard I made off camera after I finished this one, I still had a bunch of the ephemera that I had printed, and then, let's see, flying up, flying down, and so it was all just sitting on my desk, and I thought, rather than pick it up and put it all away and get it out and do another one later, that it just made more sense to just go ahead and do it now. So while the first one was drying, I made the second one. And then I let that dry too. This way or this way. This way, I think. You know, and then in the end too, that gives us some nice, a nice background. If I wanted to make a journaling card, I could put some solid paper here, or some lined coffee dyed paper. But I have discovered that for my own personal journals, I really don't write in them. I decorate them. I like to decorate them, and then I like to look at what I've decorated, as opposed to writing in them to write about something. What do we think? This side or this side? I think we save more of it if we go this way. So the other one, this one I didn't put as much stuff on top of it. The other one I put a lot more stuff on top. So you can look at these and see, and I had showed you when I was doing the first one on camera, I had some little bits of fabric that I chose not to put down, and some of these, and then these larger leaves. And so they're kind of more on an angle and different directions. So they don't really seem to have anything turned sideways, which I guess is the danger of putting something like a pumpkin or something on there, is that you have it turned sideways. Let's see. Maybe we'll leave that pumpkin at the top. So we'll just go ahead and trim these into the tag shapes. And then I have some different trims, some lace and things like that to add. I do really think the ephemera that we put down is really pretty. I'm liking it a lot. So, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm loving the colors and all of the different things going on. You know, so I'm really enjoying looking at the different things happening here. So I think that's fun. So soon I will, hopefully soon, I will get that scanned in and be able to use it again in something else. So those are nice. These are just kind of a different, these just kind of have a different feeling about them. They're much more textural because I put these burlap and the pieces of fabric and things on here. So let's go ahead and cut some of those. Let's see how it looks. I cut all of the other ones in this kind of less steep. I wonder how one looks in the steep. Let's see how it's going to look in the steeper cut. Oh, that's nice too. So let's just we'll cut some of these in that steeper cut. So that way they're different. Make them a little bit different. And again, on this one, I did the same thing as I did the other one. I backed it with wallpaper. It's actually the same pattern, it's just a different color. So it was from a sample book. Wallpaper sample books, you can sometimes buy them at places like Home Depot and Lowe's when they have them. You know, they're closing out the book and they're not going to use it anymore. Sometimes they sell them, sometimes they give them away. Although last time I asked at Lowe's, they told me I would have to buy it. Now the ones I have, and I have about three or four, I got from a local shop that sells wallpaper. And they just gave them to me. I was actually in there buying some wallpaper, and I didn't buy a ton. I mean, it's not like I didn't buy enough to do a whole wall even. I was doing a project. I had bought a china cabinet, and I wanted to use it as a divider, a room divider, and the back was not very pretty. So I covered the back in a really pretty wallpaper, but it only took, you know, one, like I think I bought 2 double rolls because I did the back and then I did the inside back as well to coordinate. It was a really beautiful wallpaper. And so I was in there picking that out, and while I was there, I was just flipping through the books, and I said, you know, I'd really love to have an old book if you have one. You know, it would be really great. How much would that cost? And the lady says, I have 3. If you'll take them so that I don't have to deal with them, I will just give them to you. I'm like, okay, I will take them. Thank you. And then she said, I have one that has upholstery samples in it. Do you want that one too? And I'm like, absolutely. So people will give you things a lot of times if you just ask. You know, you just ask them. So she was very nice to do that, I think. I keep putting these over on this stack, and I have a separate stack over here. Not that they have to be separate, but there are a couple different things going on here. Let's see, this way, let's go this way. Last one. So I think, you know, if you just ask, you know, nicely, I think a lot of times if you offer to pay for something too, people will give you something. Or if you tell them you're an artist, or you tell them you use it for crafts and things like that, people will give you things a lot of times. Okay, so you can see these have a very different vibe to them with the oops, it's got some stuck to it. With the much larger leaves. This one's a little more empty, and so is this one, but some of them have very large burlap leaves, which are fun. The burlap leaves came from Dollar Tree. I buy pretty much all of my ribbons and embellishments and things there, unless I find a good deal somewhere else. All right, let's take a look at some of these. Which one should we start with? Oops. that one looks like it's slightly unglued there on the edge. That is one of the things when you know, once you cut them apart, you might have to do a little surgery. Just especially like on the corners and edges. There we go. I like that one. Let's start with that one. Okay. And I have some different trims. I certainly have the ones that I showed you last time that I bought. So I have some of this, which is kind of fun. That could be fun. This one is very green for this, I think, and it's going to cover up my pumpkin. But I think there might be one in here that has some green leaves on it. This one that we could, you know, we could put some of that trim on. That would be really nice, I think. The only problem with putting, you know, fat trim on a tag is then it's hard to get it down in a pocket. So, you know, I am always a little leery about putting anything that sticks up too much. So flatter, you know, flatter is always a little better, I think. So we could do something like that. It's a little big. We could come in with some more ribbon. Or we could come in with a focal point. I don't know. Honestly, I'm thinking I might just like them kind of the way they are. You know, I'm not sure. This is one of those things that I just don't know if I want to do too much to them, because if you do a lot to them, you kind of miss all of the cool stuff you did before. So I'm not maybe opposed to putting some, you know, a flatter piece of lace, something like that. That does cover up our sticker a little bit, or, you know, or maybe something like this kind of fatter gold rickrack. That doesn't seem to stick up too much. If, you know, I think if we got it down far enough, it would be okay. Like that. I'm looking at this, wondering what I can do on here. Maybe I just want to put some of this across the bottom. You know, maybe that would be enough. We could always add a little more washi tape across the bottom and put this on top of it. That might be nice. Let's see. I'll put back all my washi tape. I don't think so. If we wanted to put, let's see, how would a piece of that look? Just across the bottom. And then that little trim on top of the washi tape just to kind of set it off. You know, the other side is so plain, it's like I almost feel like we should decorate this side and leave this side plain. You know, leave this side all pretty the way it is. It's not plain, but, you know, if we left this side, so a little bit of this is kind of wonky, but, you know, for 25 cents a spool, you take what you can get, right? So maybe a little bit of that across the bottom. I'm just going to use hot glue because this is kind of a plasticky, and the other glue would probably hold it, but bye, sweetie. The other glue would probably hold it, but I'm not so sure how long it would stay or how long it would take to dry. So that's I like that. That seems nice. Maybe I should get some little jewels, or we could do something up here. I'm not really sure. I like it so much. I don't know that I want to do anything to it that might, you know, cover up too much of it. So maybe I just need to get my hole punch go ahead and punch a hole and put some of the lace through the top, and then that way we can see how it looks with that. So here's my little template. Here we go. Let's see what we have. I have some of this that came off of a sheet, maybe. I think that would be cute. I don't want it to be too long. I don't like them to be too terribly long. Let's see. I don't know if we can cut off. Yeah, I don't want to cut off much more of that. So let's see if it's too fat. Hopefully it's not too fat to go through the hole. I cut it and then I was like, oh, maybe it's not going to fit. Yep, and I'm pulling off a little piece of. Okay, I'm just struggling with this now. All right. So I pulled that up and I pulled that through. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. If this is one of those, if I had one of those flat, the punches, you know, that are kind of flat and oblong, they would be much better for that. But I don't, so I'm gonna try to widen this a little bit by just punching a little bit on each side and making a bigger hole. So I'm just gonna trim off. And my hole's a little wonky, but that's okay because the lace is going to cover it. You won't see it. And let's see if that's... Oh, that works so much better. So much better. Okay. So I should have put it from the back. I mean, the other way, shouldn't I? So that the bendy part is in the front. I never know which way to put it. I think I know which way to put it, and I put it in and I think, oh, it's supposed to go this way, and then I don't. Not that it has to go, you know, any particular way really, but I do seem to watch people and they do seem to make it look better one way or the other. And it never seems to be the way I do it, so. Okay, so now that's the front, and maybe I should have done it to the back. Oh, well. Yeah. Yep, should have done it to the back. Okay. Had it right the first time. Had it right the first time. Try again. One more time. All right, third time's a charm. Trying not to rip the card because this is not pulling very easily. All right. That's better. I do like this. It was just giving me some trouble pulling it through. So actually I think that's okay, especially for a fall journal. I think that's kind of cute. It's got the pumpkin. I know it's sideways, but I'm not sure I care if it's sideways. I mean, I guess you could put it in a tuck spot going this direction, couldn't you? You could turn it sideways and put it in a side tuck and then pull it out. So it doesn't have to go up and down. It could go sideways. Well, that one's kind of cute. Okay. All right, let's see what else. This one's cute. Maybe we should put some lace. I got this not too long ago for 50 cents. At a thrift store. I haven't even opened it, as you can see. So it was 50 cents for this bag of lace, which I think is cute. So that's cute. Again, I'm always a little leery about putting things that are two-dimensional. A little dimensional, but you know, if you do too much, it seems like it's gonna stick out when you're trying to put it in whatever you're going to put it in. We could do a couple of layers here. We could do a layer. Could maybe turn this one this way. And then put this one over the edge of it. Just across there, and maybe some little pearls on it. That might be nice. I don't want to cover up too much of the pumpkin, although, I mean, I guess I could. It's just in the corner, but still. I like the pumpkin, so, all right, let's see if we can put a little bit of this on there. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna try the hot glue again. I'm just gonna do it really, really lightly there, just a tiny little bit. I think I have Teflon fingers, but I don't want to push my luck. And then I have this little piece, and it's kind of off kilter there, but I think if we just center it kind of there, maybe. Again, we'll just do this a little bit. There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's trim that off. It does want to come up a little bit there, so need to stick it down with maybe a little something. I don't know. Do we have? I have some of those pearls. I wonder if we could just. I mean, I could just put a little dot of glue to hold it down. Maybe along the edges here. Just a tiny little bit. Just so it stays, doesn't kind of pull up. You know, when you put it in a tuck spot, you don't want it to pull up, right? So I think I just want it to just a little. It's the tiniest little dot of glue. Should hold it, and then you won't really see it because there won't be very much. Just a tiny little dot. There we go. And then maybe some pearls. That might be fun. So maybe one right there. I'm not sure it's going to stick to the fabric. I might have to put a little glue on there just to get it to stay. And then maybe one right here. That looks pretty good. I like that. I think I like just 3 little pearls there. They feel like they're gonna stay put. So that's good. All right, let's see if we can poke a hole here. And then let's see what I've got. Maybe that's not quite so obnoxious. This is kind of cute. I wonder about folding it in half so that there's no white side and it's a lot thinner. I may not have actually even, I'm not sure I even cut enough of that. I think I needed a little bit more than that. Maybe not, but I'll try again. All right, let's see, did I decide it was from the front or the back? I never, see, now I've forgotten already. The last one, pull through, was in the back, so I think I did it this way. This is not gonna look good because of the white on the back. Okay, I don't like that. I think I would have to either glue it down, which I suppose I could do. I suppose I could run a little glue along the edge. Let's try that. Maybe I'll like that. If I just do just a little bit. I gotta get it folded before the glue isn't hot anymore. So it'll stick. I think I'm struggling a little bit today here. So it's such a good day making the Masterboards, but now decorating the tags seems to be a bit of a challenge. Which is only funny because that should be the part that's like super easy. Although Masterboards are easy. I mean, I have to say, the hardest thing about a Masterboard is not overthinking it. You know, it's just don't overthink it. Missed a little spot here. I guess if you don't have thin ribbon, you can make thin ribbon. Maybe I need one of those slot hole punches. That's distinctly possible. Although need and want, you know. I may not need one of those hole punches. But it's possible that I want one of those hole punches. Right? Okay. Let's see. I always manage to pick something that doesn't slide very easily and is always kind of hard to get through there. So, and then I did it the wrong direction. Why do I do that all the time? I always think you want it to come in from the back, but you want to come in from the front. Otherwise, your little doohickey things are sticking up the wrong side, right? And I always pick, I don't think I have things that are very slick. Like I don't have very much kind of satiny ribbon. Although I might, maybe I have some in a different box and I just need to find it. See, trying to get this to lay straight is a bit of a struggle here. Because I don't want to tear the card. There we go. That's better. And now I kind of like that. I think that's cute. So I'm happy with that one. Let's do maybe one more. Let's do one of the ones that from the other Masterboard. This one is it's a little more fun. It's not more fun. It just has more stuff already on it. And I've made a mess out of this. Oh my gosh. What a mess. Okay. I do think I'd like to use this rickrack on here. And I might do a couple different ways. We could do two different directions. Up there, I kind of like it up there. I like it up here running along the edge, you know, kind of connecting those two pieces of red velvet. Yep, I think I like that. Let's pop a little glue on here. I do love the tags with all the dimensional stuff on them though. I look at them, but every time I make one, I have trouble putting it in a pocket. So I guess if I put it up here, you know, if it were higher up, maybe that would be better, but I do struggle to put them in pockets, so maybe maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not putting it in the right thing. Maybe I need to put it in a different kind of tuck spot so that it's easier to get in there. Don't know. Let's see. Do a piece above and below. That seems too much. Maybe just the piece above. No, that seems too much on that. Let's see, what else do we have? A little piece of velvet there. I probably should have done this up under the edge of that, huh? That would have been, I wonder how this will do. I wonder if I can put this through as the top of the tag. And what about some of this here? Should I put it, could put a row below. Could put a row above. Could do 2 rows. That one has something on it. We could cut some, oh, I like that. Let's do that. Let's, that way we can get rid of that one that's got something on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do that. Let's put a little dot of glue. Okay, that one's not staying. I don't think I got enough glue. There we go. Didn't quite get enough on there. Which is very unusual for me. Usually I use way too much glue, not usually skimpy with the glue. So over here. There we go. Kind of like that. I guess I could put one there too, maybe. We could put a pearl up there. Let's see what else we got. That would be good, I think. We could put another one down here on the red velvet. I guess those are going to stay on the fabric. I wasn't really sure they would stick to the fabric, but they seem to be sticking okay. I like that. Do we need one on this one up here? Just as a third one for a little asymmetry. That's nice. That's nice. I have these few little pieces left. We could put them. Nah, we don't need to put them there. Just put them back here. Put them back on the sheet, Jenny. Watch what you're doing. Okay. I am gonna try this other lace to see how it does. Oh, I got this one. I forgot we used the steeper side. So okay. go from the front to the back. See if I get it right this time. Well, this one's pulling a little more easily, but still not a ton. Although it does seem to look nice. Let's see. We can do those ends. Oops, cut them wrong. I can't even figure out which way to cut the ends. Cut them the wrong way. This way. There we go. That one's pretty nice too. Okay, so that gives us 3 little tags. And then I think, I'm not sure that I'm going to decorate the rest of them. A lot of times I get them to this point and then I just put them in my stash, because then when I'm ready to use them, I can put something on them so that they go with whatever I'm using them in. Now this is definitely a fall kind of theme, but if I wanted to put another focal point, or if I wanted to incorporate a piece of the paper that I'm using from somewhere else, or if I wanted to put a sentiment across it that went with, you know, whatever it was I'm doing. So these will probably just go in my stash the way they are. And then these will go where with my stack of stuff for my fall notebook that I haven't started yet. Fall notebook, it's not a notebook. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video and all of its little foibles and problems, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Thank you to those of you watching. I appreciate your time and your attention and your energy. I would really love to hear from you. If you'd like to leave me a comment, that would be great. I guess until next time, remember to use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.